revolution immediately popped into my mind when looking at that question around what is the most uh, one of the most important contributions toward Black liberation. And I think it's so historically significant in interrupting the project of the transatlantic slave trade as well as colonialism that has been the prevailing um, system over the past, I don't know, since the 1400s, 12, so however long that is. Um, and I think the liberation struggles that happened throughout the African continent in the 60s and the 70s, really important wars for liberation that kicked out Britain um, and all the other colonial powers. Um, uh, 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 the abolition of apartheid in South Africa, the Namibian troops um, working with Cuban troops to force the apartheid South African forces from defeat when they were attempting to expand. The Grenadian Revolution in I think it was 1979 that lasted about 4 years, where mere 80 miles from Florida or so, um, uh, this Black country engaged in a successful experiment in kicking out the United States puppet regime, and dramatically um, uh, recreated its country in terms of improving food distribution, literacy, healthcare, until, of course, the United States invaded it and overturned the revolution. Those things, I think, have been some of the most important historical contributions toward dismantling white supremacy as a global project. Um, I think, more very, very less significant, but still impactful. I think the critique of Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights of being white Latinx is an important evolution in consciousness, where for decades the erasure of Black Latinx people has meant that there has been no recognition of how white supremacy is reproduced very specifically within Latinx countries. And so I think that critique is great. I think it's excellent. It's overdue, because and get this question all the time about how does BLM what the conflict with the Latinx community, which in and of itself erases Black people who are Latinx. And so I think all of the pushing back against the way anti-Blackness has permeated every single aspect of our consciousness and how we understand and define everything, exposing that are huge successes. So I think what we need to do moving forward is, I look forward to post-capitalism, post-neocolonialism, um, and which necessitates post-white supremacy, where we can actually envision and create without the shackles of white supremacy, seeping through every single process and imagination that we have, and opening up the possibilities for our full humanity and dignity to be realized and nurtured.
Thank you so much, Aislinn, and all the rest of the speakers who were able to, you know, provide their perspective, their reflections to those two questions. Now I'm actually excited to finally present a video that's near and dear to my heart, because I've been working on trying to visualize what Black liberation through the lens of Afrofuturism means for BlackRoots Alliance, and if I can say, a lot of our partners and supporters. So I am going to go ahead and cue that up for everyone to enjoy and reflect.
We are our ancestors' wildest dreams realized.
So yes, that was a visual interpretation of what Black liberation and Afrofuturism means to BlackRoots Alliance, and I really hope that you enjoy that. And that video will be available after the event on our official event page, so you can watch it again and again and again, and share it with everyone, so we can really uh, initiate conversations around Juneteenth, Black liberation, and Afrofuturism, so people can identify for themselves what that looks like. Because our idea of Black liberation in the path to it is not a one size fit all. It's just one of the paths, many paths that we have identified that works for us. So next up, I would like to invite another one of our speakers to quickly introduce herself while I gather her video to also play. Ashley, you have the floor.
Hello, my name is Ashley Ray Staten O'Brien. That's my addition after I got married, but just go by Ashley Ray Staten. I'm a teacher and an artist. I've been photographing all of my adult life, and I write poetry, sometimes. And I wrote a poem that I've entitled, I'm going to share here, called Two. It's one of two poems I wrote in the weeks following the murder of George Floyd. As I've stated before, I'm really, really motivated and inspired by youth, by the young people around me, starting with my youngest cousins, who are like my little siblings, to my nieces and nephews. So when I was reading through this poem over and over and over again yesterday, as I created this video, I realized it's something it's in my mind when I create the visual, I'm repeating words someone has told me to the next generation. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you, Tamika.
Okay.
She said, "Your body is a monument, your soul is a gift. Be sure to honor the miracles that made you. And to those who snuff out the light of others, try to make the shine singular, they have forgotten our time together in the heavens. They don't feel stardust shaking from their skin." She said, "Sometimes, when searching for truth in pages you've inherited, it helps to rip each in turn, form a perfect square, fold it, corner to corner, crease to crease, edge to edge, make the shape sacred, then, maybe, you'll find yourself reflected." She said, "Crease by crease, make a direct path to the stars, for we are all light, planted on earth. Our bodies are monuments, and our souls are a gift. Be sure your mouth and your hands pay homage. Be sure your mouth and your hands pay homage. We are light in the shadows, yearning, a low murmur, a song to our previous form. We hum together, electricity choked by resistance, reaching back toward home. We sing each other there. Your soul is a gift. Your soul is a reminder. A low burning hymn, like the crashing of tides, the folding of waves, crease by crease, create a vast, deep darkness. And, she said, that is the truth. Do not fear the dark, for darkness like earth, like ocean depth, like womb, like the vast